In Nigeria, the domestic airlines already provide where you can search for flights, where you can do your e-ticketing, but not boarding pass. Do you see us getting to that stage?
It's not all the domestic airlines in Nigeria that are actually IATA. In fact, Arik, just a few years back, when they started going outside the country, they were flying for like a year plus, and they were not IATA. So you see, those are the issues, but I don't know any airline that doesn't do online now. I mean standard airlines. And that's why the passenger has to be very careful with the airline you fly. Because when people don't want to belong to the standard organization that controls the activities of a particular industry, it gives you the signal that they've got something to hide. But if you are ready to do a transparent business, and if you are ready to satisfy the needs and the requirements of the market, you should be able to do what you are told to do. So most airlines, they do online, but you know, an average Nigerian traveler, even if you have a ticket, most of them do online 24 hours before. And that 24 hours, you might be busy throughout. You won't even remember to go and check in online. Well, I think we are getting there. We are almost there.
Internet-based services is said to be convenient for the passenger. How convenient is convenience?
Like I said, we are almost there. The airlines are advertising. Some of us in the travel industry too, we are making our customers more aware. Because I remember there was a time, one of our prime passengers, you won't believe it, he called all the way from Canada, Toronto, and said I should help him to book the seat. I said, because of the class of business you bought, British Airways does not allow me to do the seat booking. You understand? It's only some classes. You know, you have discounted business and you have full business. If it's first class, of course, you can do it. If it's business, okay, they allow for business, but he has a business ticket, but because of the high season, it was summer. We couldn't get a business class seat for him, and he must come. So we had to change it to economy class. With that, I can't book his seat. But he's an executive club member, which means with your number, you can sign in and do the seat booking yourself. And when I told him, he said, no, he cannot go through this stress. I, as his agent, must be able to do whatever you wish. It was like it was going to be a problem. And I would say, I didn't know what to do. I said, okay, let's book what we are able to book, which is whichever, aisle or window, doesn't really matter. Let's book him on a seat. If he gets to the time of travel and he's not happy with the seat, he can ask them to do a change for him because he's a prime passenger. So, but you won't believe it. By the time, because he was a silver, by the time he got on that flight, the system has corrected itself and he was already a gold. And you won't believe it. Before he entered the airport, British Airways was waiting for him. They didn't take him to the lounge. They took him to the lounge they reserved for first class passengers only. And they were treating him so nicely. He said, is this, I can't believe this is me, you know, that kind of thing. So most passengers don't know. And this issue of priority passengers is not only when you fly first or business that you're a priority passenger. If you're a frequent traveler and you subscribe to their frequent flyer program, you can get to a gold without flying business. And that means aside from the seats, every other thing they are getting, you will get. So, and even though he flew business, but they took him, they upgraded him to first class. And it was fantastic. And he came back, he was all over. So I said, you've seen what we are talking about. It's easy. With your Windows phone, just go online. Because I can't do it. He even wanted to give me, I know his number, he wanted to give me the code. I said, it's not good enough for me to enter your system. Please, do it yourself.
Away from the impacts of technology in today's travel processes to the need for skilled manpower development in the aviation sector, we take a look at how the Presidential Amnesty Program is contributing its own quota.
Skilled manpower is critical to the development of any industry. Here at the Eco Hotel and Suites, 160 young individuals are seated in their black and white uniforms, most of them from the creeks of the Niger Delta, but now embracing careers in the skies.
These pilots you are seeing here, if any of you pretends to be part of Niger Delta struggle, we will arrest you for impersonation. These ones are products, they are products of what the federal government did. The federal government at the time, out of petitioning, saw to it that is government paying back violence? What about the other Niger Delta people who didn't carry arms?
For the Presidential Amnesty Program, it's investing funds not only in the basic requirements of training of aircraft engineers and pilots, but also ensuring that type of rating on aircraft is in.
To train one pilot, you'll be able to train 15 medical doctors. To train one pilot, you are likely to train 20 lawyers. It's that expensive. For that reason, there is no addict or error that would want to employ these guys or these ladies. They would, because if they employ them, they would need to send them to Lufthansa, to CAE, to do what they call type rating, to specialize them in Boeing or Airbus, or like Air Peace we do in Donia. And it will cost Arik and all of them so much money, millions of naira, to get that done. And just not to leave them at the mercy of the airlines, the federal government has further taken a very bold step to type rate them.
The list of beneficiaries is endless, but Abise Happy, a former graduate of zoology, shares his experience.
Because I had always told him that I love flying, in person of Honorable Kingsley Kuku. And he said, okay, there is an opportunity for you to go and to undergo an interview. If you make it, then you will go to South Africa, which I did in Part2. Then we were taken to South Africa, being the pioneer graduates, PPL we call it, and we happen to be the pioneer graduates again as CPL in South Africa. Presently, I'm undergoing an ESA training as well as ATPL in view, or rather a jet rating in view rather.
Oh, it has been challenging. The program is a behavioral change program. It enables you to change your attitude, see life in a different manner. It also makes you to be patient, because for you to be a pilot, there are different characteristics of a pilot. You must be patient, you must have the knowledge, you must also have the skill. So it is actually impacting to myself and all the trainees there you see today. Well, I am an aeronautical engineer. I am also a pilot. I was an instructor, or I'm still an instructor, in the Nigerian College of Aviation Technology, Zaria. But now I'm going to also become a helicopter pilot. The
young women may not be many among this lot, but Spanny Jacks, an aircraft maintenance professional in the making, tells her story.
Engineering, it's you enjoy it when you have passion for it, but if you don't have passion, you will not go further, because you have series of exams, series of tests to go. So if you don't pass, like in my school, you have to have like 80% for you to go further.
The partner schools are confident that most of these young professionals will take the world by storm.
We gave you a good foundation to stand on, a strong one, but it's only a stepping stone in your career. Whether you went to Germany, or you went to Greece, or Italy, or Jordan, it does not matter. You have the tools to continue and achieve your goals. Never let anyone stop you. Nigeria Aviation Academy is always a second home for you.
It is a world-renowned career. And every single country, it makes no difference. There's a certain standard which has to be met from the International Civil Aviation Organization. And all the different countries abide by those rules. And so the benchmark is there. And anything below that, they will not be successful.
When all is said and done, Nigeria's aviation industry may well be on its way to gradually bridging the aviation manpower gap. For the first-timer, this aircraft is just one of the oddest-looking crafts in the world. Popularly known as the beluga, because of its strong resemblance to the white Arctic whale, the Airbus A300-600 ST. ST stands for Super Transporter and is unique not only in appearance but also for the essential role it performs in European aviation. European aircraft manufacturer Airbus has production centers scattered all over the continent, one defining its origins as a pan-European consortium. So each factory specializes in the completion of a specific section of an aircraft. All of the 5 belugas, operated by Airbus, link these plants and take the different aircraft sections to the final assembly line, either in Toulouse or Hamburg. The beluga is operated by a crew of 3, 2 pilots and a load master.
We have a cruising speed a little bit lower than a normal Airbus, of course, due to the shape. And also, we don't like very much high turbulence and very big crosswind.
Each of the 5 belugas currently in operation are actually Airbus A300-600 jets that have been modified to carry large cargo. The characteristic hump was developed by cutting the top section of the aircraft, and an additional wider fuselage section resembling a bubble was added to the airframe. The cockpit was lowered, making it possible for the cargo hold to be loaded and unloaded through the front of the aircraft. The result is an incredibly spacious cargo hold. Although the beluga's maximum payload of 47 tons is surpassed by a handful of other cargo aircraft, its voluminous hold makes it suitable for transporting oversized but not particularly heavy cargo, like aircraft parts. The beluga can carry the wings of an A340 airliner or a fuselage section for Airbus' newest wide-body aircraft, the A350. But it's not large enough to transport parts for the A380 Super Jumbo. Those need to travel by boat, barge, and by road. Belugas have occasionally been chartered to fly satellites, helicopters, and even works of art.
This is where we call it a day. Don't forget to reach us with your feedback on our platform. Also remember, air travel remains the safest form of transportation. I'm Bukola Ju Oketumbi. See you next week.